Hello guys, and welcome to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the 10 best brawlers for ranked. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content. So first up in the list, we have Clancy. So I've played with Clancy a couple of games in ranked and also in ladder, and I can say that he's absolutely broken. He deals a ton of damage with his super, and even his main attack, and he also keeps his levels even after dying, unlike Surge that has a star power to do this. He also counters a lot of brawlers because of his super. His super alone is enough to make him the best brawler in the game. He chains his super very quickly, dealing a ton of damage to his opponents. So that was the first one. Let's hop into the next one. So next up in the list, we have Piper. So Piper would not have been included in this video, but her new hypercharge is just too good. You can literally jump on people. She now works as an assassin. And let's not forget that she can deal 4,250 with her main attack while being hypercharged. She's also pretty good in a lot of maps on this season, and she's pretty stable against other snipers, especially after Nani G Kate nerfed. Piper was picked a lot because of her damage output and her broken gadgets. Other snipers can't do what she can do or don't have her potentials. She's also one of the few snipers with a hypercharge, which alone is a huge advantage for her. So definitely try her out more often. So next up in the list, we have Byron. So Byron is a very underrated brawler in my opinion. He synergies with too many of the meta brawlers like Frank, Meg, or Draco. But the thing that I like the most about Byron is the kind of mix between supporting your teammates by healing them or dealing damage to the enemies by attacking them. He has too much potential, and he can be included in so many compositions and so many maps, and also his super is great for finishing off a kill while also healing himself or his teammates. And let's not forget his broken star power, which literally prevents enemies from healing. That can be used against brawlers that needs to be healed consistently like Frank, Draco, or Meg. And he even counters healers with his star power because he prevents them from healing their teammates. So try to consider him in your games more often. So next up in the list, we have Angelo. So nothing has changed with him. He's always at the top of the meta, but people underrate him so much after his last nerf, which was only 400 damage nerf, but he still can hold 4K shot. He still gets a lot of heals by his super. And his jump gadget is so good for a sniper, he doesn't have to worry about assassins anymore. He'll just jump to the other side of the map. And on top of all of that, he got a new hypercharge, which you don't get a lot. But trust me, if you get it, you'll win the match easily. He can also be picked in a lot of maps with water because he can just walk in water, which of course provide map control for him and his teammates. And with his super, he can still one-shot any brawler with 6,000 GP or less, and he also has scout abilities in grassy maps with his super or a vision gear. We've seen him being picked a lot in the last monthly finals, so make sure to abuse him before he gets another nerf. So next up in the list, we have Kit. So Kit has always been around the meta ever since his crazy damage buff. People aren't playing Kit anymore, although I think he's still top 10 brawler just because he synergies with so many of the top brawlers like Meg, Frank, or Draco. And Kit himself can also work as an assassin against squishy brawlers with his gadget. The gadgets themselves are easily making him super good on certain situations. It's crazy how people forgot him just because he got a nerf for an ability that only works in solo showdown. He has a lot of potential with his super because he can use it offensively. He can use it defensively. Everything about is so variable in most of the situations. And he can be picked in passive game modes like Knockout or Bounty, or aggressive game modes like Brawl Ball. So that was Kit. Let's hop into the next one. So next up in the list, we have Gale. So if you guys didn't know, Gale got a buff to his super, which splits his super into 4 or 5 pieces, so most of the time, Gale chains supers so easily, especially against the current tanky meta. But I think he's a great option against other mid-range brawlers as well. He's actually secretly broken and one of the top 5 brawlers in the game, and his new hypercharge is very underrated. It lets him chain supers or deal a lot of damage, and with this hypercharge, the stun star power might be the better option for him. I have seen him being picked in game modes like Brawl Ball, Gem Grab, and he seems to be very broken. He kills everyone in his face. So try to pick him more in ranked before he gets nerfed. So next up in the list, we have Surge. So the same thing goes for Surge as well. He really gets benefit of this tanky meta because of course that allows him to get his levels a lot easier, and his gadgets allow him to either counter specific brawlers or they help him to get into the match a lot quicker. I think he's one of the underrated but broken brawlers in specific maps against specific brawlers. And he also has the knockback ability with his super, which allows him to deal with the aggressive brawlers easily. And once he gets to stage 3, he actually kills mid-range brawlers or even snipers. The only way he gets countered is by pinching him or outrage him. But of course, you will not pick him on open maps like Shooting Star, for example. So try pick him in your ranked games. So next up in the list, we have Sandy. So Sandy is still very broken and ranked. I don't know why people stopped picking him after his last nerf. His super still provides insane control for him and for his teammates. He still has his broken gadget, which either allows him to get a free kill or to score free goal in Brawl Ball. When he gets his hypercharge, he rips through everyone. I think he still gets his hypercharge a lot in a single match. And his hypercharge alone will easily make him win games. And if you play him with brawlers like Frank, Meg, Draco, he'll be the best brawler in the game. He gets countered by tanks, but tanks will eventually feed him his super, which will literally win him the game. So next up in the list, it has to be Frank. So Frank is pretty good in every single map in ranked, but you have to pick him as a late pick and ban his counters before you pick him because although Frank is a very good option, he still gets countered pretty easily by certain brawlers like Colette, Lou Meg, and any kind of brawlers with high damage output, but I can still see Frank being decent even against his counters because the lower his HP gets, the better he is, which is crazy. And also his high HP gives him a big advantage against any other brawler in the game because he has the highest amount of HP in the game. And if you play Frank with brawlers Leo, Byron, or Poco, or any type of healer, he'll be crazy strong. So that was Frank. Let's hop into the next one. So next up in the list, we have Lily. So Lily is literally the best brawler in the game, but I'd still not pick her as a first pick because she can get countered by high HP brawlers like Frank, for example, but other than that, she rips through everything in her face. You can pick her as a late pick if the opponents have squishy brawlers in their composition, and there's nothing that they can do. Even if they pinched her, she can still click on her gadget and escape that. That alone is crazy for me. The fact that she can literally escape from death 4 times per game is just too much to handle. And on top of that, her burst damage potential is very high. If the opponent is playing with a brawler with 6,000 HP or less, she can literally kill him in less than a second. And she's also very variable in so many different game modes and maps. I literally see her everywhere in my ranked games. But as I said, if you picked her early in the draft, she will be countered very easily by brawlers with high HP like Frank, for example. Definitely upgrade her if you want to win more game in ranked. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. Also tell me, what do you think about it in the comments? Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're very close to 500 subscribers. See you guys later.